November conference, along with SHRM CEO, Ambassador of Bulgaria, Ms. Sagawa, who is Japanese female entrepreneur, you will make a keynote speech for us. Can you tell us a bit about your keynote speech?
Yeah, sure. Don't really want to give it all away, though, obviously.
No, of course not.
But no, I'm going to talk about a global human capital strategy for MUFG. We're very much focused as we come into the last year of our medium-term business plan, our 3-year plan. We're focused on really the next 10 years at MUFG. What does that hold for the business? How do we modernise financial institution and banking? And very much part of that is a human capital strategy. So I'm going to say some things about having that very closely aligned to the business strategy. So they're hand in hand. It's a human capital strategy that supports and helps the business strategy to grow. I'll also talk about the advisory nature of HR. So both having obviously an efficient operations, but also using the power of technology and data to bring those operations and data skills to the business via an advisory function, mostly the business partner function, but also trying to at the same time have a career path for HR professionals, so that actually they can see a way through to being closer to the business and adding more value. And I always say serving the business safely. So advisory in service and high quality skills of service, but also having a level of control function within HR to empower the business forward, but in a controlled manner.
Wow, sounds very exciting. Yeah, we are looking forward to it. Actually, my image, or maybe to the most of the people, the Japanese banks, financial institute have a conservative approach to everything, including business or the management style. Although it's great news that global HR head of MUFG is non-Japanese, who's leading in Japan and out of Japan. So it's going to be a powerful keynote speech. I'm pretty much looking forward to it.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's hope I can live up to that expectation. I do think, yes, it's often said, particularly maybe the Mitsubishi name as well also has a level of conservatism. Certainly the Japanese organisations were very, in some respects, clever through their conservatism during the difficult times, the Lehman shock and crisis. So actually, Japanese organisations feel quite proud of the way they've managed their business during that. So the idea really is, with that very secure bed of capital and client base, that they can actually then move on and grow across the globe in a very measured way, but giving benefit to both shareholders and employees. So there is something there about some level of excitement about it, rather than just conservatism, actually.
Yeah. Actually, I can really tell you that SHRM CEO, the Johnny C. Taylor, I met him last week in person in Las Vegas. He told me every HR conference or meetings he's invited by almost like country level, they always discuss, or there's always, people always mention Japan name. Although Japan is not there, always people are interested in Japan. How are we going to manage this rapidly aging population, reducing workforce, and also with the robotics or other automation, techniques we have. So your speech will be definitely a good souvenir for the guests coming from the overseas as well to take back.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, there is something about Japan. I mean, I was just talking the other day with two people who've been here a long time, very capable business people, and they saying with all of the headwinds within Japan, and over the last period, 25 years or so of stagnation, yet the economy is still, number 3 GDP, and has a lot of influence both in Japan and outside. So some level of the policies are the right strategy for Japan and its organisation. So I think the interesting piece for us at MUFG is combining the wealth of the Japanese client base with the growing global client base and linking the two. We have a concept of unlocking Japan, and part of that is bringing businesses back into Japan to invest, because currently the investment in Japan is quite favourable, right. But also combining the two, and so that you have Japanese leaders and non-Japanese leaders across all of our global organisations, so that actually you can get you're sort of empowered by some of those Japanese leadership skills overseas with the global businesses.
Yep. And Japan actually has lots of good HR policies, which is rather advanced as well. So I would like to really deliver such a message, to the rest of the world as well.
Great. So would I.
Yep. Great. Thank you.